What's happening? So this video is going to cover a great mid-game farming location in Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. We're at the Ashina Castle Antechamber Idol. Now you'll see I am just running up the stairs, hitting this guy, running back down, resting, and repeating. This may seem a little crazy, and actually this location is a pretty decent farming run beyond this. If you run into the next room beyond this area and around, there are several enemies you can hit, and a lot of them you could get with death blows from behind. So this is part of a larger farming location. However, maybe you're a better shinobi than me, but what I like to do is just hit this guy and rest, because what I find is when I go into that larger room, more often than not, I give my location away, and it just turns into a sword fight with multiple enemies. So the fastest, most reliable farming method that I use is this rinse and repeat with this initial guy. And I take some of those wall panels out, so I literally can just run straight, hit him, take the loot and run back down. And the great thing about this farm is you also get Divine Confetti. For those of you who play Sekiro, you know that Divine Confetti is pretty useful as a consumable, and it can be rather hard to get, and it's something you really need, especially as you're going into late game. And I find that this farming location, and this guy in particular, is a great place to level up as well as get Divine Confetti. This guy also drops a ton of pellets, which is nice. So I'm going to show a different possible mid-game farming spot that actually gets you about twice as many skill points. Though I find this other farming spot to be a little bit difficult, it can be harder to get him without being seen. If he does see you, he puts up a fight. But I'm going to show that anyway, just to show that there is another great mid-game farming location. So our second farming location is in the Ashina Depths Mibu Village idol. So there's a guy down in this little valley. There's also dogs up above, so you can't drop down on him. You actually have to come down and around. I try to hide here, and I find that he usually sees me before I can get him. But if you really hug the wall and come around, you can sometimes get him, and I just got him here, which is great. And he drops things like a lump of fat wax and pacifying agent. It's definitely a viable farming spot. I just find that more often than not, he sees me and I'm not able to pull it off. And finally, for our last location, we are in the Sunken Valley at the Gunfort Idol. I'm really just going to run up and hit this one guy and run back. Also, like the Antechamber Idol, this is part of a larger farming area. You can run around the gun fort and get several enemies. However, for the sake of this video, I'm just going to run up and get this guy because it's fairly quick to just rinse and repeat and get this guy and get several XP. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.